thought it might be useful to do a quick video of how I use ClubEvent to create and manage a tournament. I've just opened this tournament. We'll have a look here. I would normally create this event by choosing last year's event and simply copying it, but of course you can create it from scratch by the add button at the bottom, both of which will take you into the edit event screen. Just quickly going through this, you'll see an event title, a date and start time, the duration for the event, a location and a description. The next field here, show on web and iCal feeds. This one, if this is unchecked, no one can see the event apart from other ClubEvent administrators. As soon as you're ready for the event to go live, you can check this and it will become available on the ClubEvents page for your club. Again, here you can see the specific link for this event here, and if I cut and paste that, I can send that to anyone to say this is the link for that event. I normally set a tag for my events, and I do allow other people to see who's booked tickets. Moving on to the event organizer, you can set these details up and you can specify which of those details are visible to people. You can also here arrange to send the organizer a list of all the people who've entered the event a few days before or hours before the event starts. Additional information lets you link in other documents. I have a PDF prospectus that I've linked to this event, and reminders here lets you set when attendees will get a reminder that the event is happening. I have this set for 1 week before. Moving down to ticket details, you can set a ticket release date and a ticket close date so that you can specify when people can start buying tickets and when people can are stopped from buying tickets. Looking at the tickets themselves, you can set up how many tickets each person can buy, how many tickets are available, and the size of a waiting list for the event. You can also do that on a per ticket basis, so I could specify I have 10 adult tickets, 10 junior tickets, etc. So it's one or t'other, either total number of the event or numbers per ticket. Moving on to the ticket types, we've got 4 ticket types. You can have different prices and you can collect different data for each ticket type. So you'll notice that adult shooting 1 day, I collect a bit of data called which day, which I don't collect on a both day shoot. Likewise, I collect date of birth for juniors, I don't collect that for seniors. To look at those details and how they're created, there's a list here. So I'm collecting name, which day, gender, date of birth, club, AGB number, bow style and peg. Just looking at those, you can choose how those are collected. So bow style, for instance, is a drop down field, so I enter a list of possible options for people to choose. Likewise, you could use a text field or a checkbox, or email, date of birth to collect different types of details. You can also, on ticket details, choose whether the field is required and whether it's fixed. And what that means is if someone puts their bow style in, they can come back and change their ticket at a later date and choose a different bow style. If I set it as fixed, they wouldn't be able to change that. You can also set up the payment details here, so I'm electing that this is a paid event, and I can enable offline payments, and all that does is send them a message saying, hey, this is what you need to do, send me a check or bring cash to enable them to finish payment. So that's the event done, and that's live as soon as you press the iCal, web and iCal button, and you will see it looking like this. And right here I've got a link here, get a ticket, which will take me through to the event website where I can book or purchase a ticket. Looking at what else I can do here as an admin here. On the actions menu, I can send a message to, and that will send a message to all participants of the event. or I can share details on social media, which is really just a way of gathering or deciding which data you want to put out, and it will open the app on your phone to try and push the data out to the app in a way that the app prefers. Looking further down here, I can see a list of those people that have joined the event already, and if I look at one of these myself here, I can see some details about my ticket. Under tickets, I set them as show in summary, and that they appear here. And I can do various things with in this case, my ticket. So I can move myself to a waiting list, I can move myself to cancelled, send a message, manage tickets, or resend the joining details. Now, under manage tickets, I can add notes on this saying Steve's said he wants to shoot with Fred, and or I can also mark his tickets as paid if he's given me cash. Obviously, credit card bookings are automatically marked as paid, but if you get cash in any other way or payment in any other way, you can mark it here as being paid. So that's sort of some of the things that might happen once people have bought a ticket. They're obviously going to contact you and tell you they want to make a change, so you can do that for them. They can make those changes themselves through a link in the email that they receive, and they can send you comments. So under this bubble here, I can see a list of all the comments that have been sent in for the event. So they're all in one place. When I come to arrange the event a couple of weeks before, I'll have all the people's comments sitting there waiting for me. So before an event, I'll want to set up things like groups and get my score sheet ready. I can do this by simply exporting joined, so that exports details of all the people who've joined the event. I got one here that I exported from a dummy event, which gives me those details. So looking at the first few columns up to G, these are details of the people who have purchased the tickets, and all the fields beyond that are details of the ticket holders. So if someone's bought 3 or more tickets, you'll see their name down here 3 times, but of course the ticket holders will be a different person over here in the name field. So you can see here who's paid for their tickets, any details about them, and what tickets they have bought and what money they still owe. So you can use that on the day to collect the remaining money. If you look at all the fields starting with a dot, these are per ticket fields. So I can see the type of ticket, the number of tickets, the price of the ticket, and crucially the name of the ticket holder rather than the ticket purchaser. And then the details that I've wanted to be collected for each ticket. So I can use this section, name, gender, date of birth, club, AGB number, BOSTAR, and PEG as the start of my score sheet, or indeed the start of my sheet I use to arrange the groups. And some clubs take this information and export it straight into SAO to ready their score sheets for a competition. You'll also see back here there's a notes field here, so again when you edit someone's tickets or manage someone's tickets, you can add a note and that'll appear here. Comments you have to look at and export separately, but you get all the details pretty much you need in this spreadsheet, enabling you to run the event on the day. So I think that's enough, and if you have any questions, please do get in touch with me. The other thing you can do on all events, which you've seen here, is export an event. So it is possible for me to export this event, send it to someone else, and they can import it into their club event and have the basis of a field archery competition ready to go with all of the fields, all of the ticket details set up that they would just need to edit. So there you go. ClubEvent has saved me an enormous amount of time setting up and running events, notwithstanding the amount of time I spent developing it.